Welcome to Framework Fortune. I'm your host Ben, and it's time for another one of Ben's stock reviews. And today's stock we're taking a look at is actually sponsoring this video. That's right. Thank you to our sponsor, Direct Communication Solutions Inc. That's ticker symbol DCSI on the Canadian exchange and DCSX on the OTC QX markets in the US. So big shout out to them for sponsoring this video. Let's dive in and see what Direct Communication Solutions Inc. is all about. Here we are on OTCmarkets.com. You're going to be able to find out a lot of information about Direct Communication Solutions Inc. here. You can see right now they're trading currently around $1.86. So not too high of a price. Very nice price range right now. And this is the DCSX, so this is the price currently on the US markets in the OTC QX. You can see they've been a member of the QX since December 2020. That was last year. They have stock promotion going on. You can see undergoing promotional activity, i.e. me. You can see verified profile. They were verified around 6 months ago. This is a nice sign to see. They also have a transfer agent who's verified. So that's great. And then they've got independent directors who are verified as well. So here's the income statement, and we can see in gross profit, they've grown from about 2.3 million in 2017 to 4 million at the end of 2019. Now they do have earnings release coming soon, and I'm really excited to see if they beat this profit and actually grow some more. The way the tech sector has been growing, I imagine a company like this is probably going to beat these numbers. So here are the security details, and we can see that the market cap is around 29 million as of April 1st. Authorized shares that they could release to the public are 40 million. That's not a big deal if they were to do a common offering, and the reason why is because the float as of 2020 towards the end of the year was 5 million. The outstanding shares are actually off on this. It hasn't updated quite yet. There's actually 19 million shares outstanding. So even if they add this 40 million in authorized shares to this low float of around 6 or 7 million, that's still only 46, 47 million. It's under 50 million. That's a very low float stock. Any amount of demand can push this stock. So very low supply, low float, a lot of demand means big price jumps. Now another interesting detail while we're looking at the float and the shares that are out there, you can find this in their investor presentation, which we'll get to in a little bit. The founder and CEO, 𝗕𝗘𝗦𝗧, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, but Chris owns 7 million shares, and then friends and family and associates around him own about 4 million shares. So there's 11 million shares that are locked up. So if a CEO and people around him are buying into their own company, especially at a 50% amount of the whole entire shares that are out there, that's a pretty good sign that they've got a lot going and they plan on making very big moves in the future. A lot of OTC stocks do not have their CEOs or anybody inside really investing in them. Now, they don't have a dividend. It's a young company. Could be something on the table in the future when they really get some explosive growth. But as for now, no dividend, then that's fine. And you can see very little short interest going on there as well. So here's their balance sheet, and you can see right here, I want to look at total assets. They've grown their total assets from being about 2 million in 2017 all the way up to 5 million here at the end of 2019. Once again, with that earnings release, I'm hoping to see these assets grow. And then we look at their total liabilities. They've actually went down from 2018. They were about 7.5 in liabilities, and now are down a little bit under 6 million. So it'd be nice to see if that debt has come down some more. But because of a lot of other factors with this company, I don't mind those liabilities being right around even with the assets as of now. And like I said, I think with this new earnings release, they'll be able to beat that and look even more enticing to investors. So as always, we got to jump into the website. You can find the website at dcsbusiness.com. Pretty nice looking website. I always like to see the website is up to date and looks pretty good. Not something that looks like it was made in the 1980s. So right away we can see they're trying to simplify IoT business solutions end-to-end and device-to-cloud platform solutions, making IoT real. We'll find out what IoT is in just a little bit. You can see they're tapping into the $1 trillion market one solution at a time. So they provide business solutions with intelligence, creativity, logical, and innovation strategies that improve business efficiencies, productivity, reliability, and profitability. That means that this company is helping other companies. There's going to be so many tech companies, especially with all this blockchain coming out, EV, everything that's going on. So as long as the rest of the tech sector is growing, that leaves DCS plenty of potential for growth to grow along with anybody they're partnered with, and maybe even new partners in the future. So here's the IoT. From 2G to 4G and soon to be 5G, we have seen the advancement from personal computers to smartphones. IoT is the next step of evolution, and the future is happening now. 𝗕𝗙𝗏 or 𝗫𝗙, I'm guessing, cloud-based fleet management solution that is highly customizable, that's nice, user-friendly, and cost-effective. The applicable industry size is estimated 1.5 trillion USD. So this is a smaller company, but they are in a market where they could get into the millions, billions, maybe at one point even trillions. Then they have these 𝗫𝗙sensors, and this is an enterprise level solution that is highly dependable to track and monitor multiple aspects of your business. The sensor market is estimated to be over $250 billion USD by 2025. So once again, another big market that they can be in and that they are in. And then they got IoT and beer. So the 𝗪𝗚𝗢, this is an industry-wide solution aiming to monetize every penny of profit from every keg of beer. The beer market, I'm from Wisconsin. I don't even have to look at that number. I can tell you we drink a lot of beer in Wisconsin, and that is going to stay around forever. So that's not a bad industry to be in as well. Now we got to take a look at this leadership, and let's take a look at 𝗧𝗘𝗧𝗖𝗛. Like I always say, the head of the company, that's the guy you want to make sure has the experience and knows what he's doing. So we can see here, Chris is a pioneer in the wireless communication industry with over 20 years dedicated to the adoption of wireless technologies throughout all industries, ranging from cellular payment processing to the creation of cellular routers and GPS monitoring devices. Chris grew his passion for wireless communications while serving as an air traffic controller in the U.S. Navy on board the USS Midway and USS Kitty Hawk. So he served in the military. Thank you for your service, sir. So let's go into the 𝗫𝗙fleet and look at it a little bit closer. So here we are on their 𝗫𝗙fleet website. You can see all-in-one fleet management platform, integrate tracking, management, and maintenance of your fleet. Now, I'm going to speculate here, but we do know that autonomous vehicles, self-driving vehicles are coming into the forefront. There's companies already working on semi-trucks that are autonomous, that are self-driving, and what's a better way to keep track of them than with this system? I don't know if that's what they're aiming for, but there's the potential there for that. So that's pretty nice. And you can see they have all types of different solutions here, ranging from personal vehicle all the way to panic button, power takeoff, temp monitoring, asset tracker, school bus, and it just goes on. Now to go to the 𝗫sensors, that's another website too. It's a different website. Now here's the big thing. Their sensors are 70% cheaper than all of the competition currently on the market. That is huge. If you are a business and you can save up to 70% off of a sensor project like this, you're going to be saving a lot of money. And then you can see how it works right here. You connect to any router or cellular gateway. And you can also add any number of 𝗫tag 8-in-1 multi-sensors to your business environment to open the door, walk-in cooler, all of that. And you can see you can monitor, so you can view and manage where your sensors are with your very own white label cloud-based web and mobile applications. So basically you could lay these sensors probably all around your business and have complete tracking and control of everything. So we're going to hop into the investor presentation here. We'll pull this up and take a look at this. Very nice investor presentation. And you can see they are trying to connect everything everywhere around the world, more efficient, more cheap. You can't get better than that. And you can see it right there. We can connect things anywhere. So they're continuing to grow, continuing to connect, and that means more money for them and more money for shareholders. And we got some channel partners here. Sprint, US Cellular, Verizon, and then a few other ones that I'm not that familiar with. But the fact that there's some big names that are associates, partners, whatever their role is, that's always a good sign for a small OTC stock like this. Then we can see the revenue and history here. It's been growing just like we saw on the OTCmarkets.com. Can't wait for that earnings release to see if they beat that 2019. There's your IPO transaction summary. So they issued 1.3 million shares just about in the Canadian exchange at $2 per common share. Right now the price in the US markets is around $1.86, probably a little bit over $2 on the Canadian exchange. So right now if you're getting in at the same price as investors got in, accredited investors. So here we are on Thinkorswim, and we're looking at the daily chart. You can see there was not a lot of volume there for a while, not a lot of tension, but even without that tension, this company still has been on a nice uptrend. And here if we go into a little bit shorter time frame, you can see that volume has actually started picking up a little bit here recently for this company, and they actually reached a high of 212. So there wasn't a lot of buying, but we know it's got a little float, so we get a little bit of buying. You got about 200,000 shares that was traded on this day. This is the type of company with that low float. If 1 million or 2 million comes in volume, could have explosive room. But I like that it's on this uptrend. It's above all indicators. It's bullish. They've got a lot going on starting out. So because they're a newer company, we don't have a ton of information that the chart's going to tell us other than it's on an uptrend and it's starting to get some attention. Direct Communication Solutions Inc. is definitely one you want to have on your watch list, your tech watch list for 2021 and beyond into the future. Definitely check it out. And once again, thank you, Direct Communication Solutions Inc. for sponsoring this video. I'm your host, Ben. Until next time.